Hello and welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. So today we've got an episode where I'm going training with Joe Jeffrey, who is my online coach. So we're going down to his house in Wellingborough where he's got his own gym called the Doghouse. So today we're going to be training lower, and I'm not going to lie, I am a tiny bit nervous. He said he's going to kill me, but we'll be sound. So we'll see what happens, and we'll give you a bit of an insight into kind of what's happened over the last 12 months, what going forward we're going to be doing in regards to training, nutrition, etc. I hope you enjoy it. Oh yeah, what you can do.
What are we on there now?
Talking with my mouth full, yeah. Cream of rice, cherry bakewell flavour. It's not cooked the right way though, as you can see. Texture's a bit shite like, but we move.
So what's this second meal of the day?
Second meal, this is normally pre-workout is rice, chicken and rice, good old bodybuilding meal, but just because of like obviously ease for eating and travelling, I thought I'd change it to cream of rice, just a bit more. So there's 150 grams here. I'll have a banana and protein shake and some dark chocolate, and that's pre-workout meal, and then I'll not eat till my post-workout after we've trained.
So when you're on the move, like today,
Yep.
you're not sat around in the gym and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you go about planning on prepping, knowing that you're not going to be sat at a kitchen all day or whatever,
Yeah.
kitchen in the corner? How do you go about making sure you hit your numbers and stuff?
So
Just like you would be your clients, basically.
yeah, so obviously my fitness palette, so I'm still getting the same macros, still getting similar macros for each meal, and I'm still eating calories, because at this point where I'm at, calories is key. So I'm obviously, protein is the main source, but I always get enough protein because I'm getting it in every meal, but calories is where I want to be. So I just planning my fitness pal. Today I'm being a bit boring with my food. To be fair, I'm not the most creative as it is, but I've got 2 cream of rice meals because again, ease, travelling, calories, fits with all these, ticks all these boxes, and it's just simple to do. So yeah. Cool, so we've just pulled up at Joe's house. We're just about to go in. Vibram's ready because we've got a leg session. We'll see what he has in store for me, and we'll go through the session.
And then like on the same day you could do an open class
Yeah.
at FitX or something. The FitX
Yeah.
shows are the best.
What time period would that be when are there?
I think you, given where you are right now, I think you should look at June shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like start to forecast it from like January.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a phase periodization
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah.
Like, here's where we're going to do this and this and this, and like have it lead into the show
Yeah.
in June-ish, because that's kind of like half the year structure. And I think with it being your first show, given like a 16-week block, because you get lean.
Yeah.
You know, you've been show lean.
Yeah.
And then but having the opportunity to like test peak at the end.
Yeah.
Even a few times.
Yeah. So you're reckoning it'd be a 16-week prep?
Yeah, I think that's that's so safe for you.
Yeah. I'm happy with 16 weeks. I mean, I was thinking maybe you wanted to do like maybe a 20-week, but I don't know.
For someone like you, do you remember that last diet you did?
Yeah.
You got peeled in like 8 weeks. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah. Let's do it. Look shit hot. The doggies.
There you go. Everything you could wish for. So, we're going to do legs.
Yeah.
You want to go on like some of the more novel pieces that you wouldn't Have you got any of these pieces at yours?
No, I use a pendulum. I don't use a hack.
Oh, you got to have it on that.
Yeah, I'll go on. I'll do on that. I don't do a leg press anymore, and I've not been on one of them for years.
Oh really? Those
So-
are hip dominant.
Because with my leg session, it's a quad dominant first with a pendulum, then hammy curl, leg extension, 45-degree hip, and then calves. That's my normal lower session.
Let's do, what do you think, like 6 sets per body part, quads and hams?
Yeah.
So we go 3 on this, followed by 2 on the hack, but we'll do them as myo rep rest pauses. They're like, we've got like 10 to 15 reps in total, but within that there'll be 2 30-second rest pauses every time you hit the reps in reserve. So you're working to like 1 rep in reserve here. So when the last rep's moving pretty slow, rest 30 seconds, go again. If you do 2 of them, I'd probably count that as like 3 sets worth of volume.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the VR2 hip extension machine.
Yeah.
That one in the corner, that's a killer, man.
Yeah,
I love that machine.
Sick.
And finish it off with the nitro leg extension.
Yeah,
It's a
cool.
lovely leg extension, that.
So what rep range are we going for, Joe? 10 to 15?
10 to 15.
Right.
You're looking at like 1 rep in reserve, like you said. Good.
Oh!
Nice.
Whoa.
Angles.
Nice one, Joe.
How you feeling after that? Feels like it's quite a calm session. Like, chill.
Yeah, there's no tunes blazing off it, was there? So it's really.
I've usually got tunes absolutely fucking blazing in here, but neighbours hate me. It's cool.
Yeah, good sesh.
Yeah, we'll have to train together.
I was going to
Next
say,
time we do
mate,
something.
definitely.
You caught me on the wrong week. That's how anal I am about training. It's like if I'm
Yeah,
deloading, it's like, no, I'm not training. Get your sister out.
Yeah, mate, that was tough, that hat.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah, it's a killer, that one, man.
Yeah, that was...
Imagine that without the fucking band on.
Yeah.
That is killer.
It was a nice introduction to the doggies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Train legs the first time you go in.
I'd like to do a pull session though, Joe.
Oh,
next
mate,
time.
yeah, that's what you want to do.
I'd like to do a pull session, definitely.
So, Joe, what has the last 12 months looked like for Nathan, and where we're going forward? What's after it?
So if we wind back 12 months, because we've been working together a little more than 12 months, haven't we? So we started to push up, didn't we? But then you decided to do photo shoot,
Yeah.
which we dieted down for, which was so smooth.
Mhm.
You ended up getting absolutely peeled out of your mind.
Yeah.
So we said, bro, let's do a show.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened again,
Mhm.
didn't it? So
Yeah.
the show got cancelled like a week out or something.
Yeah.
wasn't it? Or
Well, 3 days.
out, yeah.
3 days. We was ready.
Yeah, but still used the time wisely. Got some amazing shots, man. I'll never forget that shot, that rear shot that you got with the dark background.
Where I've got the trunks on,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and the glutes. Are, yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
glutes are skimmed.
yeah,
So sick,
Yeah.
man. So obviously you got absolutely peeled for that, and we've pretty much been linearly gaining from there, haven't
Mhm.
we? and it's gone really smoothly. You've gained a lot of really nice weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we haven't.
34, I think we're up now.
Yeah, so
pound.
34, 35 pounds for a natural athlete over that stretch is insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and that is without an egregious amount of fat or fluid gain. Like you've still got bloody lines in your glutes, like I keep telling you every week. But inevitably, as with any gaining phase, you hit the point that it starts to get pretty rough, which is where you're at now, isn't it? So we haven't abandoned it yet, and I don't think that would be the right thing to do. In fact, we keep getting lessons, don't we, as to why that wouldn't be the right thing to do.
Yeah,
we have a week after like a few days of just eating to appetite, and then we get a whole week of progressive eating, and it's like, okay, cool. So knocking it on the head I don't think is the right move yet, because we're still able to auto-regulate around it. So plan is to keep rolling with that, because you are still, even with some days where we have to auto-regulate food, you are still gaining weight at the prescribed sort of 0.5% of total body weight that we've been looking for. So we'll roll with that as long as we can, really, and we've got some relatively newly set goals of a show next year, haven't we? So with the show coming up, we will have to be a little bit less auto-regulatory of how we get you there. It's not like, right, we'll see if we can do this and maybe work around this. It's like, no, we'll set that out in a schema within our sheets where we'll say, right, show's here, we're going to have like a 4-week dieting block here, week deload and maintenance here, blah blah blah, etc etc, all the way back. So it'll probably be right in the new year that we'll have that periodization laid out. Yeah. Because that's roughly, we haven't got all the show schedules, but if we're talking about doing a PCA first timers, they'll normally have one in the first couple weeks of June. So if we're looking at that, that gives us like 24 weeks, like 6 months to roll into that. So that'll be periodically split between hypo and hypercaloric volumes. But I think the move after this phase that we're in now will be like a true maintenance.
What's your thoughts on going forward then, if you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, super excited to kind of get into a dieting phase. Like Joe just said, this phase is where it gets, where I'm at in this phase is where it gets tough, but you've just got to dig deep and kind of keep going with your head down, because again you're seeing like slow, steady returns on what you're doing. And then I've only ever dieted once and I loved it, so I just can't wait to get into that again. But I'm happy, yeah. What a fucking sick guy he is.
Day complete. Good day.
Yeah, sick guy, sick sesh, sick place. Feel like a bit of a fanboy, but no, it was exactly how I kind of expected it to be. He seems like just knows what he's on about. The equipment's fucking top notch. One of the best sessions, so happy.
You'll be back?
Yeah, so he's just saying about come down whenever and whatever time, and we'll organise another sesh where I think we're going to train together. So rather than him just me dying, hopefully he'll be dying too.